Welcome back to The Explainer. Today, we are unpacking one of the absolute weirdest, most heavily debated, and frankly controversial things to come out of the 2026 World Cup. We're talking about the intense, stadium-shaking boos raining down on the pitch. But here's the kicker. Fans were not booing a bad call. They weren't even booing an opposing team. No, they were literally booing water breaks. Okay, so let's dive into this. Picture this scenario for a second. You're at a massive stadium. The athletes out there on the field are going all out, competing at the absolute highest level. And for their own health and safety, the referee blows the whistle to give them a quick drink of water. Sounds totally reasonable, right? I mean, it's a basic human necessity. So why on earth would a stadium packed with 45,000 passionate fans respond to a simple safety measure with deafening, angry boos? Well, to figure that out, we have to look at one very specific match that completely exposed the flaws in a brand new system. Let's look at the group stage match between Ghana and Panama. The location, BMO Field in Toronto. The weather, a very crisp 18 degrees Celsius, which is about 64 degrees Fahrenheit, and it is absolutely pouring rain. Yet right in the middle of the first half, the ref blows the whistle, stops this frantic end-to-end play, and forces these visibly shivering players in rain-soaked jerseys over to the sidelines to supposedly hydrate. The absurdity of that moment definitely wasn't lost on the 45,000 fans in attendance. They erupted into loud, sustained boos. But here's the thing. This wasn't just some isolated refereeing mistake. This was actually by design. Section 1, FIFA's new blanket rule, the administrative shift of 2026. See? Previously, cooling or drinks breaks were implemented based on actual science. They were only triggered when environmental heat thresholds were crossed, like hitting 32 degrees Celsius on a specific heat index. But the new 2026 rule? It mandated a strict 3-minute break midway through each half of every single game. Period. Regardless of weather conditions. It completely detached the safety protocol from, well, the actual climate. Just listen to how incredibly rigid this policy was meant to be. Manola Zubiria, the chief tournament officer, made it crystal clear before the tournament even kicked off. He said, for every game, no matter where the games are played, no matter if there's a roof or temperature-wise, there will be a 3-minute hydration break. It was stubbornly standardized, and as we saw in Toronto, applying a one-size-fits-all rule to global weather is just a massive recipe for administrative failure. Section 2, heat stress versus hydration, what the science actually says. To actually manage heat properly, medical professionals use something called the wet bulb globe temperature, or WBGT. It's a rigorous environmental index that looks at way more than just raw temperature. It factors in humidity, wind speed, sun angle, and even cloud cover. It's those extremely high WBGT levels that genuinely pose health risks to athletes. Historically, governing bodies actually monitored this specific index to decide when to pause a game. But by tossing out real-time environmental monitoring for a blunt mandatory clock stoppage, the whole protocol completely lost its scientific credibility. According to the experts, real heat mitigation relies on a full system. Real-time WGBT monitoring, specific cooling strategies before and after play, and strategically scheduling matches to avoid peak heat in the first place. Drinking water alone, especially in high humidity and direct solar radiation, just doesn't mitigate heat stress on its own. So a static 3-minute break is arguably way too little for a dangerously hot day and undeniably pointless on a freezing rainy night in Toronto. Section 3, the true momentum killer, validating the purist's grievance. Now, this massive backlash wasn't just about the bad weather. It was deeply tied to the culture of the sport itself. Soccer is beloved around the world, specifically for its uninterrupted flow. For over a century, fans have fiercely protected that sacred 45-minute continuous half. So when you just abruptly halt a fiercely contested match, fans feel it. During the group stages, places like Reddit's r/soccer were just flooded with real-time anger from fans who felt the rhythm of the beautiful game was being hijacked. One user summed it up perfectly, total momentum killer. And they had a point, especially in that Ghana versus Panama match, which was this incredible end-to-end action right up until the whistle literally forced everyone to just stand around in the rain. And hey, the fans weren't just whining, the hard data totally backed them up. If we look at match day 1, analysts recorded 170 shots taken in the period after the hydration breaks leading up to halftime, compared to only 115 shots from the start of the match until that break. That's a massive difference. The momentum fundamentally shifted. This pause wasn't just a rest anymore, it effectively became a tactical timeout, completely altering the fabric of how the match unfolded. The anger over this was so visceral. Just look at this wild comparison from another fan online.
the hydration breaks are breaking the flow, like giving Narcan to someone on their drug. I mean, wow, right? It's an extreme comparison for sure, but it really highlights exactly how deeply these forced stops messed with the psychological and physical rhythm for dedicated viewers. They honestly felt robbed of that natural building tension that makes soccer so amazing to watch.
Section 4, commercializing athletes' safety, the cynical reveal. So we've got an unscientific health rule, and we've got a total disruption of the sport's momentum. But honestly, even that doesn't fully explain the outright stadium protests. To understand the real outrage, we have to peel back the final layer of the onion here. Here is the cynical reveal. While those prayers stood shivering in the Toronto rain, TV networks like Fox were capitalizing on this mandated 3-minute stoppage to blare full-screen commercials to millions of viewers at home. They even played them on the big screens inside the stadiums at full volume. Some fans at home actually reported missing the game restarting because broadcasters didn't even get back from the ad breaks in time. The realization hit the fan base all at once. This wasn't some clumsy health protocol. It was an unprecedented monetization of the match clock. This quote really captures the collective heartbreak of soccer purists. Commercial breaks, sad to see. Football/soccer was the last major holdout in sports from this. See, unlike American football or basketball, which are entirely built around structured quarters and constant ad breaks, global soccer has always been defined by 2 continuous, ad-free 45-minute blocks. Fans realized with total dismay that athlete safety was seemingly being used as a Trojan horse to sneak a highly commercialized, segmented broadcast model into the world's sport. And if you needed any more proof of how fast the corporate world pounced on this, just look at the broadcast language. It changed frighteningly fast. What officially started out as a hydration break morphed in a matter of days. Networks simply started calling it a match break. And in places like Australia, the language shifted explicitly to the Macca's match break, literally integrating McDonald's sponsorship directly into a stoppage that was sold to the public as a crucial medical necessity. Which leaves us with this final, provocative thought to wrap up today's explainer. When the fundamental rules of a century-old game are permanently altered under the banner of health, but then applied in the freezing rain just to serve fast food advertisements, we really have to ask ourselves, is it actually about player safety, or is it just about selling ads? It's a question that forces us to weigh the true cost of corporate monetization in our sports. Thank you so much for joining me today to break this all down. I hope this gave you a clearer picture of exactly what was happening on the pitch, and I will catch you in the next explainer.